Good afternoon. My name is Natasha Mason, and I'm doing my refined speech on the celebration of Kwanzaa. I'm actually flying solo, but that's quite all right. So let's get started. Today, I'm going to talk with you about the seven principles of Kwanzaa, and I'm also going to talk with you about why Kwanzaa is celebrated. And so, Kwanzaa actually means first fruits in Swahili, and the standard greeting is Habari Gani. That is a mutual exchange amongst friends and family, and it means what's the news. And so during the season of Kwanzaa, that greeting is often exchanged, whether you're in the store, whether you have local friends around or family members. When you say Habari Gani, they simply greet you by saying Habari Gani as well. And so I'm going to discuss why we celebrate Kwanzaa. I personally do not celebrate the holiday, but there are a lot of people that actually enjoy celebrating with their family. And so I'll elaborate a little bit on why they decide to do that and what happens during the season. And so Kwanzaa was started in 1966 by a man named Mulana Karenga. He's actually an American professor that lives in California. My whole life, I thought that Kwanzaa was started in Africa. I thought it was a traditional African holiday that just transitioned over to America, but it's actually the opposite. And so Karenga's goal was to give Blacks an opportunity and an alternative to the existing holiday and to give African Americans an opportunity to celebrate themselves and our history. And so it's celebrated from December 26th through January 1st. And each day, similar to Hanukkah, there is a different principle celebrated. So that's 7 days, and there are seven principles, which I will get to in just a moment. And so, although the principles are in Swahili, again, it's not exactly an African holiday. It's not a tradition. And so it's the first specific holiday to African Americans only. I'm sure anyone that chooses can celebrate and learn about the African heritage, but it was custom designed for solely African Americans. And so the seven principles of Kwanzaa, I actually have a diagram here, and if it's hard to read, I'll just go ahead and review them for you. I know I'm not sure if you're able to see that on camera. But the seven principles, they start with umojo, which is unity. And then there's kujujagalia, which is self-determination. Ujima is collective work and responsibility. Ujama is cooperative economics. Nia means purpose. Kaumba is creativity. And finally, Imani means faith. That's one of the most popular ones. And so now that I've shared the seven principles, I'll share with you how to apply them. And so the principles require an all hands on deck type of experience, and that just simply means it's focused on community involvement. The foundation is for community involvement and to collectively bring everyone together for a common goal. And so during the season of Kwanzaa, a lot of people choose to shop in African American owned businesses. And especially during the day of cooperative economics, Ujima, that is the day that a lot of people will tend to target a Black business in the local communities or what have you, but it's just to support the community once again. And so Kwanzaa was traditionally, it represents the colors of Africa. And so the projects are focused around those colors of black, red, and green. And so you'll see a lot of the African traditional um, outfits, or you'll see the dances, or you'll see community centers. You'll see the traditional table settings for the holiday. And so I think it's colorful. I think it's beautiful. Whether you celebrate it or not, I'm sure you can enjoy the experience. So if you ever get a chance to go out or learn more about the holiday, feel free. As a playwright, I was introduced to the concept. I've always been familiar with it, but I was offered to write a play for the library in Norfolk, and so I had to study Kwanzaa in order to write that play, and that was a great experience. And so, in conclusion, Kwanzaa doesn't require that you worship a certain deity of any kind. Again, it's all about your personal choice, and so it's not a Christian holiday or a Muslim holiday. It's just your personal preference, and so you're encouraged to just edify and uplift others. And so Whether you agree with the holiday or not, or agree that it's a real holiday, just remember that its purpose is to uplift and edify. So I've gone over the seven principles of Kwanzaa, why you celebrate Kwanzaa, and what is done during that season. So I hope you enjoyed the presentation. I wish you well during the semester, as I know this is the last day. And thank you all so much. God bless you.